We'll just give everybody a couple of minutes to get in, Lee. For those of you who are real, Lee's going to be our guest speaker today. He was the winner of our Male Ally Award in 2024. Congratulations, Lee.
Thank you very much.
So he's going to be talking about the importance of women in construction, but also it'd be interesting to learn more about you, the fact that you won the Male Ally, what you've been doing, and how we can encourage more men to support women in construction, which is key to women's success, as there are only still 15% of us here, so we need the men to back us and to be giving us the jobs and the contracts, Lee. That's what we want, the money, the cold hard cash.
Onwards and upwards, mate. That's what it's about. So,
Cool.
but I prepared a small presentation for today because I wasn't sure what format it was. You know, I must admit I'm very honoured to be asked to speak today. You know, and a bit humbled as well. I'm not the best speaker in the world, to be honest with you, and a little bit nervous for today. But I'll do my best, and I'll tell them what I'm going to do is the presentation will take you through what we're doing, bit of background on me, what we're doing at the moment in reliable contractors and in the industry, and then we'll talk about. I must apologise in advance as well. The only meeting room they had available today was next to the toilet. So that, as you can hear in the background, is the hand dryer. So I'll pause during the hand drying exercises. So my apologies in advance for that. So yeah, I've prepared a small presentation that'll take you through what we're doing to attract women into construction, what we're doing to retain them, because it's important to not just attract people women into construction, but also, you know, to keep them inspired and going. And then at the end we'll talk about we'll have time for sort of questions and answers. But I'll see if we can share my screen, if that's okay. If everybody's ready.
Yeah, well, actually, Lee, is it all right? We normally just do a little intro. So for the people who haven't met each other, I'll just let everybody say hello, who's got the cameras on. So I'll only come to those who've got the cameras on in case people are busy. And then I'll come back to you and you can crack on with that, if that's all right, Lee.
Of course, no problem. Thank you.
Right, so in no particular order, just how people are on the screen. Well, I can see Becca's driving, so I won't come to you in. Are you? Oh, can you talk, Becca, or no?
I'm just in London traffic at the moment, trying to get to St Mary's Hospital to get the boilers back up and running for the hospital. But I'm just in slow traffic.
Do you want to just give us a little intro, Becca? I'm just going to go right to everybody. If you just give us an overview of who you are, what company you're from, and if there's anything in particular that you need from this group, any connections, anything you're looking for, or if you're just here to mingle.
I'd like to see more women doing what I do. I'm 16 years in the industry now, fixing boilers, and I've not come across another female doing commercial boilers or in a plant room or industrial gas, oil, anything like that. There's a few domestic engineers out there, but no commercial. The industry's dying. 50% of the people in the industry are over 55. Everyone's retiring. There's about 1,000, 2,000 jobs per month going onto job sites for commercial gas engineers, and no one's coming into the industry, and zero females in the industry, which is sad that in 2025 I'm still the only female doing this job. And it's quite fun going into plant rooms, fixing boilers. When you get a hospital back up and going, it's like yeah, I did that achievement. But yeah, it's a shame not very many women get into the industry. Same with electrical, not many commercial electrical engineers, but I see the odd one now and then. But yeah, it would be nice to see more women coming into being on the tools.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Becca.
I surprise you. I will surprise you because my auntie is a gas engineer. I think she's working for Watford Council. So there is another one.
Yeah, I work for Autoflame, so I go all across the UK. So I do combustion engineering, so anything big, anything small, gas, oil, hydrogen, everything like that.
Brilliant. Thanks, Becca. Thanks for that. And yeah, I'm going to come in to everybody else for some intros. And Becca, you've set me a mission now. I'm going to find you somebody else who's a commercial gas engineer in construction. You can be best friends. Magda, hello. Do you want to introduce yourself? Magda?
Sorry,
You're on.
yeah, hi, morning. So I work for Reliable Contractors, obviously close with Lee McEvoy, and my job role for Reliable is the training and engagement manager.
Brilliant. Thanks, Magda. Nice to meet you. Kate Aspen, hello.
Hi, I'm Bolton as well, so I've got the -4.
Oh, yeah. So you feel my pain. I skied to school this morning. It was vile.
It was horrific. I've left in walking boots and snow trousers the lot. So this is my first one that I've joined on. So I'm Kate Aspen from Abstract Flooring. So we do floors, but we've also looking at doing more construction work as well. So we do like office fit outs and things like that. But this is really new to me because I only started with them like last June. So this is a whole new industry for me.
Exciting. Well, welcome to the group.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kate. Cheryl, look, hello. I've not seen you for a while.
Hello. I know it's been a while actually. I am stalking in the background, but like Kate, this is my first online for some time now. So for the group, I'm Cheryl. I'm the founder of Touch Training. So we're a construction health and safety training provider based in Northamptonshire, but we're nationwide. We are an ATO, so we draw down funding and levy for construction companies. And we are just venturing into consultancy and an outsourced training service as well. So we want to give our clients the whole support when it comes to training. It's all about quality for us. It's not just a process where we take your money and we put you on your training courses. We're here for longevity. We want to sort of grow your teams. So hearing about women in construction, obviously being a female founder of a training company, I don't think there's many of us at all, particularly doing what I do. Actually won the award back in 2023 with Michaela. That's when I first met you. Yeah, and I've been in the industry for 21 years now. So I'm always on the lookout for new women coming through and training with us. And I think, you know, we're all very open to it here. My team, they've had it drilled into them that we need more women in the industry.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Cheryl. Nice to see you again. Belinda, hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good. Are you?
Good morning, everyone. I was just thinking there, I was like, tell Lee, don't be nervous. We're all friends here. I mean, I haven't brushed my hair or anything today, but it's totally normal for this forum. So I'm just like, yeah, that's grand. I'll be on. I'm sure I'll be picked out. But no, just I suppose there's lots of new faces on here now. I guess I've been on here since March last year, so it was a massive part of my year last year. So just for everyone, I moved back to the UK. I'm an international quantity surveyor, and I'm founder of the Belinda Grace Group, which is a group of property companies tailored to the construction of luxury residential. So we've got a consultancy, we're doing investment and management all over North Wales, and I'm looking to build as soon as possible as well. So working on things in the background. God, what else would I say here now? Geez, I could go on for ages now, Michaela, you know me, but
Yes, I do know. You've moved on, Belinda. There's a lot of people in this room.
I know. So I let you go because, yeah, no, definitely. I'll be on here now for ages, but no, it's great to see new faces anyway, and have more guest speakers, and I'm always looking forward to joining every month. So hello, everyone.
Brilliant. Thanks, Belinda. Nice to see you. Happy New Year.
Is that me, Michaela?
Yeah, sorry, that's you. Is it the accent or is it the volume?
No, it cut out, but Happy New Year. Sorry, I've been a stranger for so long. And it's great to see so many people. I'm really looking forward to hearing what Lee has to say, because it's usually us girls banging on about getting more women into the industry. So a different perspective. So I'm Paula Chandler. I'm National Design Director for WIC Construction, Tier 1 contractor all over the UK. And I've only just stepped into this role. London was my bag before, but now I'm traveling around more. So hopefully I'll be up your neck of the woods, you Preston lot and Bolton lot. And it's great to see so many on the call. So I'm looking forward to catching up.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Paula. I think your signal's dropping in and out, so we might just miss the end of it.
I'll turn the video off.
Yeah, thank you, Paula, and congratulations on the new role as well. Yeah, if you are in Bolton, you'll have to pop by for a break. I'm currently on a treadmill. I'm not obviously using it yet. I will do when Lee starts talking. So I'll turn my camera off because I'm determined to lose 47 stone this year. That's one of my goals. So I'm going to turn my camera off a bit afterwards as well, just so you're not. Nicola Walsh, hello, welcome.
Hi, how are you? I'm lucky I put my makeup on now. I didn't realize there were so many people. So I'm the sales and marketing director for CT1, which is the #1 sealant and adhesive in the UK. And we do a lot. It was actually Kim that introduced me to this. I actually didn't know, so apologies, I've been slack. And this is a fantastic initiative, but Kim from WICS introduced me to this. So we're doing a lot of apprenticeship training through Building Heroes. And Building Heroes is really for ex-military people that might have been they're no longer in the forces due to injury and so on, and they need to get back and they need to have a trade, and there's women in there as well. So we train them up on apprenticeship trades through, and CT1 sponsors all of that. And then we obviously do a lot of work with various things with women in construction. We work with a lot of apprenticeship programs through HIP, female apprenticeship programs, and so on. So thanks to Kim and WICS, because I actually didn't realize that this was happening. So kudos to her, and I'm really happy to be part of the gang.
Oh, real. Thanks, Nicola. Thanks for joining us. And to Kim, I'm not actually sure who Kim is, but thanks to Kim as well. John Loveday, hello, welcome.
Hey, happy New Year, morning. Yeah, and hi everyone. It's my first time to one of these. I'm the Director of Infrastructure at the Infrastructure and Projects Authority, so part of the government, about to transfer into a new body, National Infrastructure and Service Transmission Authority. So we'll be the organisation charged with helping government deliver the 1.5 million homes, but also the £800 billion worth of government and public projects. One of the huge challenges we're facing is how on earth do we resource all of this? And women have got to be a huge part of that. So one of the things we're really interested in, I'm personally interested in, is how we can support more from the centre of government, and really hoping to get some ideas and some contacts from these sessions. So thank you, Michaela.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, John. I'm sure there's lots of women in here who will connect with you afterwards and give you all the hints and tips as well.
Perfect.
So, hello, Alison. Feel like you were just in a completely different zone and interrupted you. Sorry.
I was getting to my note page. Morning, all. My name's Alison Duckles. Am I the right Alison?
Yeah, very well.
You were. Morning, all. Alison Duckles. I work at freelance. I've been in the industry 30 plus years, too many to actually admit to. Worked for predominantly tier 1 contractors. Recently retired, which is why I'm now working freelance, but tier 1 contractors in senior learning and development roles. I'm also a trustee of an OCN, which is an awarding organisation that delivers significant amounts of construction qualifications, training, things like that. So incredibly passionate about the industry, being involved in apprenticeships and developing apprenticeships, and looking at how we can bring more women into the industry in lots of my roles over the years. And obviously been involved with Michaela and the work she's been doing. So great to be involved. It's the first time I've managed to get onto one of these meetings. So
Yes.
Great to meet you all, and look forward to what we're going to learn from each other.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Alison. And yeah,
No.
I'm one of our sponsors as
No,
well, the
I don't
NRCN.
think
So really appreciate that. We
Double
couldn't do it without you. I don't know whose things turned on. I'll have to hunt them down and mute them.
Oh, they've got a few key dates.
It's just. Hi, Sandy.
Oh, hi. It is
Hi.
this Sandy. Any other Sandy, male or
No.
female? Hi.
Oh, it's you.
Great to see so many of you. You know what really strikes me? Just before I came on this call, I was responding to something on LinkedIn when some chap was banging on about the problem with women in industry and construction careers is they just need to be determined. So I went back and said, you know what? As well as being determined, why don't we just sort out all the things that put everybody off working in construction and engineering? Just sort it out. The suicide rate amongst men is 3.7 times the national average. Don't tell me about determination. Sort out the industry as well, please. Right, rant over. I'm Sandy Rees-Jones, banging on about women in construction for far too long. I ran my own business advising construction companies of all sorts and engineering companies on contracts, business development, procurement, talent management, and then got sucked into the whole thing about more women in the industry. I think it's brilliant to see so many of you. What strikes me is there are many of you working on the tools, which is great, but isn't it shocking that women in construction has folded? Women's education in building didn't survive, and the CITB again has put off its review. We really need to get sorted out in this industry to make it easier for women to get trained and then get the work. Hats off to all of you who are doing it. Hats off to Lee for being a male ally. But we mustn't forget there are some fundamental underpinning bits. And because I've still got a bit of clout as just having been president of the Chartered Institute of Building, one of my targets this year is to finally sort out decent entry points and retention for women, particularly those on the tools. I'm a compulsive builder. I love building, decorating, bricklaying, laying York stone. It's a great career, and we've really got to make the system better to get more women in and to keep them. And congratulations to all of you in all these little windows who are there. Keep going. Thanks, Michaela.
Thank you. Thanks, Sandy. Yeah, I mean, it's tragic about women into construction going under. I know there's lots of people now hoping to step into that space. We've actually developed a program similar to what they was doing to be able to push out there, and we're seeking, well, we've secured funding from City of Guilds to cover 70% of the cost to take off some of that responsibility of the employer as well. But I mean, we rely on all women coming into this group, those in this group and other women in construction groups, women in property, women in trades, all the different groups that are going on to really keep pushing this forward, because I feel let down time and time again by the private sector and definitely by the public sector when it comes to women in construction. I've been working on this for 15 years and pretty much just been banging my head against a brick wall. It's only been since the women have got to the top of predominantly private companies who have then chosen to sponsor us, bring in some initiatives, introduce us to other people, and that's when we've started to actually see some kind of progress. But it just isn't. It just is not enough. There's just nowhere near enough. And you hear the government saying we don't have enough people in construction, and then just ignoring 51% of the population, which is just utterly mind-blowing, because they are being ignored. If nothing's being done about it, then you're just choosing to ignore half the population. So I'll get down off my soapbox because I know it's not about me, but
yeah,
it infuriates me, and I just spend every single day of my life talking about it as well. So yes, thank you, thanks, Sandy, and yeah, thank you for all the hard work that you've done for women in construction over the decades, may I say.
Don't say how many years. It was a bit depressing when somebody said they'd read the report I produced in 1996 while she was still at school. That didn't do my morale much good.
I saw that and I was like, I'm still at school then, but I didn't add to that comment because I thought Sandy might kill me. Thanks, Sandy. Okay, welcome. Hello. Emma?
Hi, I'm Emma from Reliable Contractors. Nice to meet you all. Thank you for inviting me to this session. Really looking forward to working with you and collaborating with you all. We are, such a, cog in the wheel of construction. I'm a senior compliance manager for Reliable Contractors. We're a labour provider, and I work with my colleagues Maxine and Lee and Magda. So we see all different sides of the industry where we so encouraging of trying to encourage women into the construction industry, but it becomes very, it's only these hours, only this availability. Sometimes accessibility to site becomes a challenge because not everybody has vehicles. So when we have these big, massive, lovely sites where, the clients encourage everybody to sort of embrace women into construction, but even our guys on site really struggle to get onto site as well. So it's all like that transport link and transporting our guys to and from site and our ladies. So it can be challenging when they've got to rush home for school runs and everything. So there's a lot more work to do. There is a lot more work to do. It just seems like you say, we kind of get left in a room at the back, and yeah, just give it to them to process. Women are good at that. Good woman. I get a lot of that. Good woman. You done it. Good woman. So I've worked with our male industry for many, many years. I kind of will stand up for our colleagues desperately, but I'm not a little wallflower, but yeah, we all need to sort of help support each other, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, Emma. We all need to do more, whether it's within your organisation or in groups like this. And you touched on an important thing there with regards to the transport. Part of the training course that we took over from Women into Construction actually pays for the transport because it was such a huge barrier for women to get into training, and we pay for the childcare for those who have children as well and aren't in work. Really just to try and do everything possible to get them onto site and to experience it and to see what it's like and get them introduced to then handovers to their employer. And yeah, flexible working, it was highlighted in the pandemic, actually how this can be done. It's more difficult with construction, but you're better to have two females doing the role opposed to not a single male doing the role. So, we should look at that as well, how we can do shared role responsibility. So thank you for joining us, Emma. I am conscious, I don't think we've had a room this big for some time. It must be because January and you're all like, yeah, let's get all the women in here. So I am going to try, I'm going to come round to you, Lee, and you are going to do this presentation, I promise.
Thank you, nice to meet you.
Thank you, Emma. Whoever missed, Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte, welcome.
Hi, yeah. I'm Charlotte. I work as a quantity surveyor for a company in London. I only joined this group kind of in December. I think I joined the WhatsApp, so it's great to actually be on a call and see so many people. The company I work for is about 14 of us, and I am the only woman, so it's really nice to be in a meeting room with a lot more people. But yeah, just excited to be here, and yeah, thanks.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Charlotte, and stick at it as well. Make sure you get the whip out and get all the men into shape in your business.
I'm trying.
Get some more girls in, that's what I say. Is it Cyril? I'm presuming Property Investor Bureau is how you're named.
Yes, so Michaela, how you doing? How you doing, everyone? I'm not quite sure which hat you wanted me to wear today.
Whichever one you want. You can't go for Women in Construction though, because you're a man. So anything else.
That's okay. That's okay. So my name's Cyril Thomas. I'm the founder of the Property Investors Awards. Been going for about 13 years. Also founder of the Property Investors Bureau and a property investor myself since 2006. Recently also launched a software company supporting other award ceremonies with their software platforms. Happy to be here with you today.
Thank you, Cyril. Yeah, we're one of them as well. So this year we'll be using Cyril's platform to do the awards, but we're a bit delayed in the nominations opening. Hopefully we'll get there for the end of the month. So give us all your feedback, and if you don't like it, that's the man to blame, Cyril. God bless you, Cyril. Nicola D'Souza, welcome. Hello.
Morning, Michaela. Hello, everybody. Nicola D'Souza. I am the Central Director for the Federation of Master Builders. I used to run a small construction company, so I can empathise with you, Charlotte, about being the only girl. Definitely, but I look after the micro and smalls of the building world, and there's about 7,000 of them across the country, and I've got a fair share of them across the middle belt of England. That's me.
Thank you, Nicola. Nice to see you. Amelia Green, hello, welcome.
Hello, sorry that took a while. I'm usually just a Teams meeting person, so I was frantically searching for the microphone button. I work for Reliable with Lee. I've only been in the industry for almost a year now. I was really nervous when I started to enter what would have the reputation of a male-dominated kind of boots on the ground industry. But Lee was there on my first site visit, and he was so kind, he was so welcoming, he really made that experience strong for me. And throughout my career journey with Reliable, so far, he's helped me gain the confidence to grow and progress through the industry. So I'm really happy to be here supporting him today.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Amelia. And sorry, I don't know who this is, but Martin Flail.
Sorry, yeah, my name's Charlie Hobson from Playland Partners. I'm a senior associate partner. I've joined predominantly because my company is really good in the industry. We have at least 3 women on the board of directors who are partners compared to the 2 gentlemen. There's 5 of the equity partners, and we've probably got about 50-50 mix between quantity surveyors, building surveyors, party wall surveyors, architects, and CDM principal designers that are actually women in the company. So we feel like we're quite a trendsetter where we are in the industry, and I just wanted to come to this to kind of see what I can do to promote a bit more of that actually, and to get feedback from you guys and see what we can do to assist.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for joining us. And finally, Maxine, guessing you're with Lee as well.
I am, yes. It's just I've worked for the company now for 8 years, and we've, particularly in the last year or so, we've really expanded on the women coming into construction, which I think is really good. I think that's down to Lee, because he's fantastic. And everything is progressing in the right direction for us. Obviously, it's very difficult to encourage women into construction because it, is very male dominated at the moment, but hopefully that will change as time goes on. I think it's a great industry if you could get into. If I could have my time again, I probably would do something completely different and maybe look into working on construction. I find it quite exciting. We have new projects coming up, and Reliable is really being encouraged to go forward with women, particularly, trying to get them into the industry. So yeah, I'm just really happy with how we're all going, and it's good to meet you all. I didn't realise there'd be so many people on here today, but I think it's brilliant. So I think it's an excellent hub, if you like, where we can all heads together, people from different areas, different industries, work alongside encouraging women into construction. So I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Maxine. Yeah, and I think it's really important what you said as well about people don't know what they don't know. So there's lots of children in schools who just don't understand the lengths and breadths of construction, or just the built environment in general. And actually, it's not just about labouring on. There's lots of other sectors within construction, routes into construction, and then the progression as well. That lots of people find easier than doing a degree. And you know what? I go around and talk to children in through schools, they're called, where basically they've been expelled from everywhere else. And 100% of the girls want to do some kind of nail technician here, and all of the boys are always going to get some kind of trade. And I explain to the girls that, listen, you can go and be a nail technician. I get my, well, they need doing actually, but I get my nails done. There's a need for it. There is a sector there, but you're going to get paid 4 times more money if you're an electrician for the same amount of time. You're going to get paid 4 times more money if you're a plumber. And explaining to these girls from underprivileged privileged background about the money that is in construction. I don't think people realise actually it's super lucrative, especially at the minute as well. You know, the tradespeople are getting paid far more than people who have got degrees. I know tradespeople getting paid more than surgeons. It's unbelievable money. Then you can start your own business, and explaining this to children who have come from backgrounds with very little money is what I found really piques the interest. I changed a girl's mind. Instead of her going to be a nail technician, she ended up being a bricklayer, and she's just completed her apprenticeship actually. And I was like, for you, a bricklayer though, of all trades, a bricklayer, like fair play, come and build my house in a couple of years. So yes, an important point, Maxine, and thank you all for joining us. Now, sorry, Lee, I know that it took a while, but we like everybody to get to know each other so that they can network and communicate offline as well, and we all understand who's in this group. So I will hand over to you. I think I've done it, so I'm not a tech person. Look at the statement. I think I've done it, so you can share the screen, but do you want to give it a whirl and check?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Well, thank you for that, and it's great to meet you all. As I say, this is my first time as well, so let me see if I can share my screen with you, and we'll see how we get on. Oops. Oh. Do that in a minute. Everybody see that?
Yeah,
spreadsheet.
We can see your
Is that
spreadsheet.
just-
And everything.
That's all right. That's a right card. I'm trying to sort out now.
Got your presentation.
Yeah, we can see the presentation.
That's all right. I got all you guys are in the middle of the screen, so I'm just going to move you over. Okay. So let's see if I can open up the screen. So, okay. Well, so I'm delighted to be a guest speaker on today. I'm very honoured and I'm humbled. I didn't expect to win the award at all for just doing your day job. For me, it's always been a natural sort of go-to area to get women into construction, and I'll cover off the reasons for that, which I covered up in some of the speech that I did at the acceptance. Today's event, really, I am excited to share my thoughts about the roles of women can play in the industry. It's going to focus about supporting women in the construction area and how they can enhance our field. The aim is to inspire and advocate for inclusion and empowerment, demonstrating that a diverse workforce leads to a greater innovation and success. Sorry. Just 1 second. My battery was about to die then. That would have been a good start. And I look forward to engaging with the discussions afterwards if we've got time to go through questions. If not, we can sort of interact on our connections after this. So I'll put a bit of a statement there. Aim for tomorrow. Should, I can move you all over again. Aim for tomorrow should always be higher than our achievements today. I genuinely believe that. We should never stand still in what we've done. We should always be moving on and aiming forward. We should always have goals to aim for, and once we hit those, go again and go again. And I think if we keep on doing that, we will get more women attracted into the construction industry, and more sort of women in sort of director level roles and site roles and so on. A bit about my background. So winning the Male Ally Awards means a lot to me. It underlines the values that my family taught me as a young boy. I was brought up by my mum and grandma and my auntie. You know, it's back in the day. I've been in the game a long time now. I'm getting on a bit, but it was back in the day where the women used to stay at home, and then the men used to go to work. A lot of the guys a lot of the family that I was with got abused by the men because they go out to work all day, get to pub after work, and then they get into a lot of arguments. So I was witness to a lot of abuse. And they always taught me to, grow up and respect women and treat everybody as equals and become a better man than they are. So that's always stuck with me. And I've did that since day one I've got into the construction industry. I've always been an advocate for getting equality across the board. The men that did this, they didn't know any better. So my dad, my uncle, granddad, etc., because they didn't know no better. They didn't learn from the generation changes. So from their perspective, it was the way things were. You used to go to the pub, come on. The women used to always be in the background. I've worked in the construction industry now for over 30 years, and over the years I've seen quite a lot of changes towards the attitude towards women. But this is because the generations are evolving and learning. And there's still a lot of way to go in this, but I still think that the message is getting out there, and we continue. It's about consistency and consistently getting the message out there. So today, what I want to cover is addressing the skill shortages, overcoming prejudice, and allyship and support. So women are essential to bridging the skill gaps in construction industry, emphasising the need to diverse talent. It's clear that an increase in female representation is crucial to the future of construction. We know how many vacancies are out there. Just bear with me 1 second. That's the hand dryer in the background, as you can probably, I'm not sure whether you can hear that. It sounds like I'm at the airport. You know how many vacancies are out there, and we know that it's 50% of the population, as Michaela said, that we could attract into that. These figures were taken from the CITB back in 2023, and there's still going to be, that's increased since then, but an extra 251,000 are needed by construction workers are needed by 2028 to meet the current expected levels of work. And with all the projects kicking off, the major projects like Thames Crossing, Sizewell C, all of the companies that we deal with, the likes of BAM Construction, Balfour Beatty, they're all working aligned with ourselves now in getting women into construction. But we want to try and get more and more into that. So it's not just the professional roles, sort of director level. I've recruited in my time from director level right the way through to cleaners on site. What I've learned over the time is that, there's transferable skills to be had. Not everybody needs to be out from a construction background. They can be trained into it, providing they've got the right aptitude. From professional roles, quantity surveyors, project managers, engineers, director roles, design managers, to site-based roles, labourers, ground workers, machine drivers, gas fitters, boiler makers, etc. So how do we address the skill shortage? Well, the attraction of getting in we need to make our adverts more attractive. So at Reliable at the moment, we're looking at how we can be more informative on the advert, so it attracts not just people that are in the industry but outside the industry, and how we can train them up. What we're finding is that the more information you put on the advert about the company, about the job role, about the training, the more likely you are going to attract and more diverse applications. And we need to look at the way we educate women that want to come into construction, and how we educate the clients as well. So it's not just bringing women into construction, but it's also educating our clients to be open-minded coming into and accepting that women have the skill sets, the determination, the drive better than some of the male applications. We need to change the perception, not just from perception of our candidates. You know, it's, as we said earlier, it's not just mud on the ground, cold days like -4 in Bolton. It's you know, there is that, and their expectations. You know, we need, if it's a site level role, then this is the areas we need to be expectations are up front. But actually, it's going to be how they're perceived on site. So we are educating the women at the front end, but also educating the clients at the back end as well to understand that the perception of working in the industry, yeah, is not as bad as they probably think it was. And all this is the stuff that you know, a lot of you guys will be doing at the moment anyway. But this is my take on it for reliable contractors. Training in the industry. There's obviously, we spoke about health and safety training on here. I think that's amazing. That we can get women into health and safety roles. I know for a fact that, you know, we'll have a chat afterwards, that we're looking for health and safety people in the industry at the moment, certainly on HS2 here, which is where I am in Birmingham today. But there's a number of projects around the UK that there is a shortage of health and safety people as well. So in the training aspect, from a reliable perspective, we've set up a training school. It's called RCT Training, and where we are making bespoke training courses to attract women into construction. And then sort of once they get on site, then we're looking to upskill them and appraise them on site as well. Open days, obviously putting ads out there, holding open days. You know, we're looking to do that with my team in Reliable at the moment. And again, just inviting people in reference to the job roles, and then talking about, you know, educating them and talking about the perception of construction itself. We are going into schools and colleges and universities. Magda, who's on the call, does STEM days with the schools and colleges. We go to all the sort of schools and to educate young ladies that as Michaela said, the industry is not as bad as the perception it is. So again, it's getting it at the early stages, so we can change the generational information that as they come through. So, you know, it's not just we want them to get excited about construction at the early stages. So when it comes to their career choice, they can take a route into the construction area, and we can support them through that as well. We're working with the local communities and the DWP. So again, you know, we've had meetings with a lot of the local communities and DWPs around the country, where we are sort of looking at disadvantaged groups, where we can hold open days within the job centres, do presentations to the works coaches, so that they understand where we're coming from about women in construction and about disadvantaged groups. So we can then go out and put and identify candidates that would be suitable to come through to the construction area, and then put them through the correct training. Job fairs, we do joint job fairs with our Labour Desk partners. So we try to, more is better. So we cover a bigger field. So we're hooking into our Labour partners and clients at the moment and doing shared job fairs and days. We're looking at ex-offender programs, women in prisons. At the moment, it's difficult to get a pathway from being inside to coming out and having a job. So we're working with the HMP at the moment to find an easier pathway. So getting the training done whilst they're inside and all the qualifications, and then they're having a pathway as they come out of prison to go into a job interview, to a job trial, then into a job in construction. And that's working for us at the moment. We have regional focuses and campaigns. Obviously, you know, we cover the UK, but we've got pockets of areas where we've got projects, because we certainly are focused on the projects and the clients within those projects, because it's where we get our jobs from. So, you know, we work with we get with all the local contractors. So, for instance, if we were working in Sizewell C, we would get everybody, all the clients, and somebody, a representative from the client, the contractor, the local government, the combined authority, and so on, and put a focus campaign together to attract women into construction as well. Most recently, we've done a refugee program, and we're looking to put a lot of refugees and asylum seekers that have come into the country have the correct skill sets, but haven't got the qualifications. So we are looking to set up a refugee program for women in construction, and making sure that they've got all the right to works, their accommodation, etc., and the correct qualifications to work in the UK. And once we're going to start off in the Midlands area, because that's where I live, and then if that works, we're then going to sort of look and rolling that out across the UK. A lot of the major projects that we're dealing on, this project on HS2, there's a project up north that we're dealing on, which is one of the biggest projects up north, which is the Trans-Pennines upgrade. There's a River Links tunnel down in London, to name a few, the Devonport docks. They all have social value people. So we're hooking to their sort of values and then promoting women in construction through the social value teams. So it's high on their agenda. Overcoming prejudice. It's important to rise above any prejudice that may encounter into the industry. They possess the skills, capabilities and determination and excel on site and beyond. Even the gender should never be a barrier to success. Very true. Very true. A lot of the females that we've placed and that we work with are probably tenfold better than any of the male representatives that we deal with. So we want to keep on doing that. We want to introduce women into construction and then look at upskilling them throughout the area. So eventually they become, if they have the drive and determination to want to do that, or if they want to remain at a certain level, then we work with the individuals to their skill sets that they want to, where they want to achieve their career. So we try to upskill them along the way. So overcoming, what steps can we take? You know, a lot of this is about educating staff, clients and sites. In particular, you know, you can educate your own staff, which in Reliable, as you can probably see, we've got quite a few female representations here today, and that's due to the message that we're sending out. From our clients' perspective, you know, we're looking to work with them on their training programs within their arenas, and particularly the sites, because that's where the more of the prejudice tends to happen on the site, because a lot of them are old school guys, works managers, foremen, been in the industry probably as long as I have, but they just have the mindset of, you know, they pigeonhole people in certain areas, which is not right. So then we educate them on what is prejudice. So we do this via training presentations, group meetings, with their supervisors, with their directors, with senior management. You know, sexist and discrimination language. So again, particularly on site, they don't really understand. Some of the sites don't. They think something's right when it's not. So we need to educate them what's right and what's wrong. So we need to be critical and question that. Abuse versus banter. So these are all the sort of training areas that we're looking at and are doing at the moment. Sexual harassment, what that looks like in the workplace. So we're educating them on that. Their own policies. You know, if we're all dealing with a smaller client and we help them with their policies towards the attitude towards women in construction. Victim blaming, unconscious bias, how they advertise and how we advertise, how they're interviewing, and we do a lot of toolbox talks across Reliable. So a lot of, certainly all my labour managers, labour coordinators, health and safety people, myself, we'll go out and do a regular toolbox talk around the sites, and it could be on any of these subjects, but it's promoting again women in construction. And actions, so we can all talk about what we're going to do, and there's a lot of talk about, you know, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. I'm probably more of an actions guy than a talker, as you could probably tell. You know, I'm quite an honest person, you know, and I'm genuinely passionate about getting women into construction. So our actions speak louder than words, in my opinion. So ally and supportship, we can cover that. Allyship in the workplace is crucial to inclusion and equality, very true. And an ally will constantly promote and embodies inclusive leadership and equitable behaviours and practices. We all know that. I thought I'd just put it out there because that reminds me of my responsibilities. So how do we do this? So how do we support allyship within women in construction? So continue campaigning and mentoring. So that's mentoring the people that we place into roles, and mentoring our clients as well at the same time, so they understand that it's not just put a bum on a seat and then leave it there. We have to mentor them through the process. Constantly appraise people, so you know, we do try and put 3 monthly appraisals in for anybody that starts in the industry, so that we understand any concerns, and they've got a sort of audience to do that, and we do the appraisals with their line manager and themselves. Retention is the key. I mentioned it earlier. So it's all right putting women into construction jobs, but by doing the mentoring and appraising, you'd want to make sure that you're going to retain that person into the industry and progress their career. Upskilling, I mentioned it earlier again, you know, where we can look to upskill our people. So if we start somebody at ground level, for instance, as a labourer, on a site, we want to look to upskill their sort of as they go along. So as we appraise them, we look to put them through better tickets to make a better lifestyle and better wage for themselves. Connections today is a good example of that. You know, we've all got past, present connections, we've all got past connections, but you know, we always need to keep making new connections within sort of this arena. If we are going to get the message out there and we are going to change the industry mindset. I think a higher government as well, we probably need to get into this at some point, where I think, you know, Sandy made a good point there, and I think, you know, I would like to have a chat offline on that at some point, because I think we need to change the mindset there. But we can continue doing what we're doing. So we're going bottom up at the moment, you might say, and we need to come government down. So it's one meet in the middle. Championing. So we've got the guys on this call today from Reliable are our sort of women in construction champions. So we're sort of reflecting that within our clients and our sites. So we've got sort of women in construction champions across the different sites that we're working on at the moment, and also through the clients as well. We're encouraging that. Focus groups, plans and actions. I think a big focus group's good. I think smaller groups, can't even speak. So for smaller focus groups, would tend to work better. So 3, 4 or 5 people, because you can plan an action quicker. Bigger focus groups tend to, so you have a bigger focus group that have a plan of action, and then create smaller focus groups to get the actions delivered. So that's what we're trying to do at the moment. And teamwork, which is like today, we're as far as I'm concerned, women in construction, we're a big team, and we want to continue that, and we continue our initiatives. You know, and drive those initiatives through the champions, through the focus groups, etc. So in summary, really, I just wanted to summarise quickly. It's all about attracting women into the industry, keeping them into jobs when we get them into jobs, and retaining them. Continue campaigning and pushing and promoting women in construction. We need to educate both females and the clients and projects more so, and hook into the social value on the project side of things. Training and support and consistency. Consistency is the one really, because we can keep going on different initiatives, but it's consistency in delivery. That's it from me really. What you need to know really is that you've got a strong male ally in myself. You know, I'm committed to support women in construction for the reasons given previously, and I've got no. As long as I'm in the industry, that's not going to change. So, and you know, if I can leave a legacy behind me that people will follow that through, then jobs continues to happen.
Lee, thanks so much. That was really good and super thorough. And I wonder if you'll be happy to share your presentation with us so that we can send it out as well to the people who didn't make it here, and we'll put it into our resources as well, if that's all right, just to see what help people as well if they're struggling to understand how to begin attracting. Just on one point, and then I'll open it to questions well in case anybody's got any. With regards to the asylum seekers that you said you want to start recruiting more of, I've got a really good contact for you. Is a woman, a Syrian refugee, who's I want to say she's an architect or engineer by trade, but now she's working to help get more women in construction who are asylum seekers. And there's a special like fast track program being created. I don't know if that's just for connections in Syria or for all refugees, but as long as they've got a partner in the UK, then it's fast tracked as well. So it's not taking years to get over here; it takes weeks. So I'll send you over her contact details to speak with her as well.
That'd be really good, because I'm doing it in the Midlands at the moment, but certainly for the major projects and with the skill shortages, we're probably going to roll it out UK wide. So we'll have a training centre for instance, in Scotland. We'll have a training centre in the north, maybe in Bolton. I don't know yet.
Yeah, bring it to Bolton. There's nothing going on here. I need some friends.
There you go. Yeah. Definitely down south. So yeah, no, thank you for that, Michaela.
Amazing. I'll chat to you after this anyway, Lee. So yeah, does anybody else have any questions for Lee? You can put it in the chat if you don't want to speak, or otherwise just I guess just speak. There's too many people.
Michaela, I've got my hand up.
Oh, hi, Alton. Sorry. There you go.
No, I was going to jump in there. Just wasn't going to let it go. Really, really interesting, Lee, to hear all the fantastic work you're doing. It's amazing. Absolutely no wonder you won the award. So thank you very much for that. Interested in everything you said, but particularly the refugee program. And I'm not here on NOCN's behalf, but it kind of started sort of piquing my interest in terms of what qualifications you're using, and how, if you've got someone working with you, on how you're able to support that skill set translating into qualifications for them.
So what we're doing at the moment, it's early stages of setting that up. So that's going to be set up probably in the next couple of months. But first and foremost, we looked at the language barrier. So we're looking at how we can work with the language barrier depending on where they're from. Then the cross-skilling side of it, what qualifications, if any, they have when they come over, and then everybody's individual, aren't they? So we would sort of put people into the sort of areas where we think they would be stronger, because we wouldn't want to set anybody up to fail. So with the construction side of things, we'd look at, first of all, the entry level health and safety CSCS card, green. Then we'd probably look at your standard CAT and Jenny certificate, which is and then your EUSR, manual handling, and get it the abrasive wheel is another one. Working at heights, so we get them all ready for site, you might say. Then we look at, once they've passed that training course with support, because we'd have the people in there that will help them with their sort of translation side of things, and then work with the projects to get them on site as a work trial to start with, because if there's no point starting them off in a job if they do a 2-week work trial or a month's work trial if they're not
Lee,
happy.
I don't mean to cut you off. I don't want to take everyone else's time, but I think what you're doing there is really interesting, and I think possibly there are some things that sort of align with all the things NOCN are doing.
Okay.
So English as second language, all those kind of things, and the way they're developing sort of online learning and using different languages, so doing it in other languages. So there'd obviously have to be demand, but I just think it's really interesting, and there could be some really good alignment there. So let's take it offline, and perhaps we can connect on LinkedIn, and I can perhaps put you in touch or start some conversations. But really great to hear what you're doing. Thank you.
No, thank you so much.
Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Does anybody else want to ask any questions on Sunday? Are you saying something?
Oh, there we go.
Where's Sunday?
Hi. Very interestingly, there are lots of things we could talk about, but very quickly, can I pick up prisoners and ex-offenders?
Yes.
CIOB, as you may know, produced a document last year on this with some guidance and case studies, but I'm currently running what I call a fellows forum at CIOB, because I discovered a lot of our fellows don't actually, it's a bit like this great group that Michaela's set up. You get your fellowship, you carry on with your day job, and I'm building a community of fellows. And we are finding such extraordinary competencies and experience. And we have a topic group now underway looking at how we can really push ahead with the issue around recruiting and training. So I've got some MOJ people on board, but we've come across a problem with the CSCS card. You've mentioned it just now with refugees, and we're picking up this issue. And I think, again, with the whole hoo-ha around grandfather rights and uproar about CSCS at trade level, plus the CITB issues, I'm worried about it's going to get kicked into the long grass again. It would be really good if you and I can connect up outside this, because we are looking at how we can really make this possible, particularly in prisons, C grade prisons or open prisons. I think we've got a wonderful opportunity here if we can join together and collaborate and iron out these silly practical issues around CSCS and the funding and the training to get through it. So can we pick up later on that? It would be really good.
Yes, I'd like that. I think with the prison side of things, we've ironed the issues out that we've been having on the men's side of things. So I've met with not the MOJ, I met with the HMP all over the place.
Right.
So we're trying to construct a better pathway for them to come through, because they are, as you said, they're hitting brick wall, and we're just not getting anywhere. If it means us putting them through an MVQ, then we're putting them through an MVQ. But yeah, we can take that offline, and that'd be great to connect.
That would be good. I mean, I visited HMP Millsyke last June, 6 months ago, and they're doing great work there with training. But there's been a long gap, I think, in my opinion, on training women prisoners. It's that the offences are usually so minor.
They are.
They need to find a way out to build a life for themselves, and it's a wonderful opportunity. That's great. Let's speak later, Lee. And thank you for your presentation.
No, thank you.
Thanks, Sandy. And is there anybody else who wants to add anything or have any questions? I know we normally close 10:30, so no? Are we good? Once, twice, 3 times. Right, Lee, then yeah, what I'll do anyway for everybody after this group, I'll put it in the WhatsApp group, Lee's presentation, and we'll add it to the newsletter as well for next time. Thanks so much for everybody turning out today in force as well. I absolutely love to see it. And we've got loads planned and coming up this year, including UK Construction Week, where we'll be having the panel discussions again. So let me know if anybody's interested in speaking on any of the panels. I've not decided what we're going to be talking about yet. Just yeah, I guess it depends who's speaking. The awards nominations should be open at the end of this month, and we have 4 webinars set up throughout this year, all which are free. The first one is in February. Again, we'll put it in the newsletter, and that's going to be on quantum confidence. I think it's to give us all more confidence. Feel like I don't really need to attend that one, but I will do anyway. So hopefully we'll see some of that. I think it's 60 to 90 minutes, so it's not mega long, and it's basically some of the stuff that we do in our women in leadership courses. It's like a shortened version of that to give you a taster of what we're doing in the actual executive diploma. So yeah. I'll be mithering you all this year. I was a bit quiet last year for personal reasons, but this year I'm all over it. So get ready to take over the UK women in construction. Yeah, sorry, Lee, as well. Yeah, so thanks so much, Lee. Yeah, that was amazing. Really appreciate it. Thank you, and congratulations again.
No, thank you so much, guys, and it's been really nice meeting you. But I will hopefully connect with all of you.
Fabulous. Thank you, Lee. See you all soon.
Take care. See you soon, guys. Take care.
Thanks
Have a good
very
day.
much. Bye.